it's very lifelike compared to the actual like figures I saw on the pictures of this set. And also on the picture I thought it wouldn't be this detailed, but I now realise that I have it in hand that the set cost 45 quid, which is quite a lot for a Doctor Who set, but it was that much because the detailing is just fantastic on these. So to be honest, I think it's actually worth spending the extra money, because this figure especially is very, very detailed, and it is fastly becoming one of my favourite monsters and figures of all time. So yeah, right, articulation. So I'm just going to put the camera down like that, try and move my shadow out of the way. Okay, so obviously his hands can move back and forth. His keeps falling over. His feet aren't that good at standing. His other hand has articulation, obviously, and his hand can pull out, which is good because obviously you can integrate his hand like Tom Baker's head. His head does articulation. If you do a 360-degree turn, it will actually rub the paint off here, and it's such good paintwork you probably don't want to do that. So yep, his waist can move, arm articulation there, his knees can bend, and that's it for the articulation. The detailing, right, well, believe it or not, I didn't even know this until I actually had it in hand when I watched another review, but I didn't see this on the pictures of when this first came out, but according to some other people in some other reviews, this apparently it's not a new figure. The body isn't anyway, because the body is a boiler suit, which is like how it was in the story, but for some reason, I guess it's just to put down costs, they've got the Captain Jack from the new series, series 1, whatever new fans like to call it. They've got his like boiler suit body and repainted it a darker blue, and then just stuck the auton head and hands on it. So and they've also got rid of his like cravat tie, and they've put it with a scarf, which is lifelike to what was in the story. Nothing wrong with that really, because it still looks very good, but don't think you're getting a new figure with this, cause, well, you kind of are, but it's kind of like a repaint with some new tweaks put on there, here and there, so it doesn't matter though, it doesn't halt the figure in any way, just a little bit of general information about this set. So actually, if I go and get the Captain Jack, hold on, over here, you can kind of tell already. All they've done really is put buttons on the holders things he had, his pockets. They've got rid of the badge and the little cravat spotty tie neck thing. They've got rid of that and put it with a scarf. So yep. So yeah. So just wanted to show you that bit of common knowledge, I guess. Right. So my thoughts on this figure is, for this figure individually, 10 out of 10. It is fantastic. It is a brilliant figure, and if they release more variants of it, I will definitely army build it. Like, I'm not sure if they will, because they might not do a Spearhead from Space set, but if they do, and another one of these Autons comes out, or a like different variation of the Auton from that story, because there was several different ones, because they were duplicating bodies, but yeah, I will definitely army build them. And yeah, so I know some people have bought this set like twice, 3 times, and they've kept one in the box, and they've had 2 of these. So yeah, yeah, so yep, my thoughts, definitely get it. Even if you don't get the set, track this down online somewhere, because it is the highlight of the set, really, for me. But they're all new figures anyway, so yeah. So that's that for the Auton, pretty much, apart from one thing, and it is his hand. His hand is a little stiff, so hold on a second. There we go. So it's basically just a plug in there, and his hand can come out. The detailing on the hand is very good. It's got the little laser whole thing that comes out there. It's got the blue in it because it did have blue, because it was very like sparkly in the camera shot, and it was very noticeable because it was blue. Like when he goes into the cottage, he gets out his gun, I think, and it looks pretty cool. He's got little wires and buttons and stuff there, so that is very nice. And of course, his other hand here, and that just goes in there the same way. Mine is very stiff though, because I don't often integrate his hands, because I just put them on display. So there we go, with his hands. So he can be, so if you're doing stop motion, it is good, because he could be like that 1 minute, and then his hand can pop out and shoot someone. And his hand is just in like a karate pose, so you can karate chop people as well. And it's the same on the other hand. You can move the other hand, but there's no reason to, because it doesn't have another hand to integrate into. It's just this hand. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that now. And yeah, so really enjoy this figure, and I suggest you get it. So what next? Okay, the last figure, and I'm gonna have to move the camera back a bit, or the setting, because it is huge. Yeah, the drashig. Many people, it's difficult because many people have said that it's kind of the downfall of the set, because one, it's a drashig, and you can't really do a drashig, so that's why they've kind of made it like this. And two, it's a puppet. Yep, many people have said, well, it's kind of silly. I just put my hand in it. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's very I mean, if it was to like be eating someone, I guess it'd be alright, but anyway, puppet, perhaps it was a good idea at the time, but I think if they ever do a puppet version of anything again, I will kill them. I don't know what they've been drinking, but I guess it kind of works, but yeah. Anyway, articulation, none at all, because it's a puppet. There is no articulation apart from when you put your hand in it and you move it around. So there's no articulation. It's so big, I've got to move the camera back. There's the whole like thing there. The paintwork, the detailing and paintwork on it, it's sort of lifelike. Obviously, it's got its 6 eyes and the big nostrils, the teeth, and in the actual in the show, it's on behind. It's like in the behind the scenes of Carnival of Monsters. When they made the drashig was actually a puppet when they made it on camera, and it was a dog's skull. So they made it out of a dog's skull. So if you didn't know that, then well, you do now. And and its teeth are very much like a dog, kind of. So I guess they've kind of caught that likeness of it a bit. And of course, he can be eating people and stuff. If I get the doctor over here, put him over there, you can see the size difference. It is huge. And if I just put my hand in this, he can eat John Pertwee. And these two will be on the shelf together because they are both from the same story, so you'll probably get eaten a lot more often. Yep, so that's that. There's not much to say about this really. Detailing wise, it's sort of, yeah, it is kind of the same. It's like got a little bit of detailing here with like kind of veiny type shades of grey and black. Its teeth are yellow for some reason, I'm not quite sure why. Looks like he needs to brush his teeth. His tongue is just red, and in the show, the drashig wasn't actually this shade of green, but it doesn't really matter because you know you're not going to be using it in a stop motion or anything really. So yeah, that's it for the drashig, and that's it for the set. So there's two more things to go over, and that is the accessories and the packaging. So accessories, obviously the only accessories that come with this set is the Auton's accessories, which is his hand. Obviously, I've dropped it. Whoops. The Nestine consciousness is trying to take over. Yeah, his hand, which I've already shown you. That goes on to him, and the Nestine consciousness ball glove thing sphere. And basically, in the story, it crashes down, and the Autons try to retrieve it, but then Unit gets hold of it, and that's how the battle kind of breaks out, and then the Doctor gets involved, and so on. And it looks on camera like it's just a big glug of, like, you know, plastic, purple, pinky plastic, but actually, in real life, it actually does have kind of, it's got like loads of rings and stuff around it, and it is quite detailed, really. You can't really see it though because the detailing's so small, but yeah, I guess it's nice to have an accessory with it, so you could put that in his hand when he's on the shelf or whatever. So yeah, that's it really. And obviously the background, so the background is, as you see here, it is pretty much just the Tom Baker John Pertwee logo, as in the Time Vortex when it comes out, and then the TARDIS appears, and Tom Baker's face, and you know, that kind of thing. They're doing this with all the new sets now. They've done it in the Chase set, the Enemies of the First Doctor set, this set, and yeah, so it's a new thing they're doing now. So it is much better than the new series logo, which I don't know why they put them on there, but there we go. It does look kind of cool, and I will be using it as background stands for other reviews. And last but not least is the packaging. Obviously, it's cardboard because, well, I've taken the logo out, and here it says John Pertwee, the Enemies of the Third Doctor Collector's Set, and then there's 3 pictures there of Omega, Auton, and the drashig. Obviously, the drashig there looks a lighter green and brown, so yep, the Doctor Who logo there. More pictures at the back, and a little bit of information on the back about the individual stories. It talks about the Autons, it talks about Omega, it talks about the story that Omega's in, the story that the Drashig's in, the drashig, and it explains like what the story's about, and also what year they were featured in. Like the Auton is 1970, Omega's 1972, and the drashig is 1973, so they were all 1 year at a time. So yep, that's pretty much it for that, so I'll put that away, and that's the review done. So make sure, I forgot to say at the beginning, make sure you check out part 1, and then watch this as well, and I will be seeing you next time with the review of the Chase set. Bye for now.